In today's show, Bitcoin set for a massive bull run that will dust the Nasdaq as Ethereum, XRP, and altcoins face an uphill battle, according to this Bloomberg forecast, which I'm going to be revealing for you right here in today's show. Also, we'll be taking a look at the latest from the Stock to Flow creator Plan B, who does say we are on track for the Bitcoin price to smash a 6-digit valuation by the end of next year. And also, check this out. Bitcoin's #1 indicator just hit a new all-time high. We're talking about the realized price. And in every bull market, it was the last confirmation right before a parabolic run. Things are looking more bullish than ever. I'm going to be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Pantera's founder foresees a $100,000 plus Bitcoin price on the horizon. That's right, Dan Morehead is more conservative in his Bitcoin price predictions than his firm, Pantera Capital, but they both agree that the Bitcoin price will smash $100,000. I'll be breaking this down for you here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Raoul says it may not be worth owning any other asset than Bitcoin. That's right. In his most recent tweet, he's talking about how bullish he is on Bitcoin, and he's considering it being the only investment in his portfolio. And he also goes on to share, my conviction levels in Bitcoin rise every day. I'm already irresponsibly long. I am now thinking it may not be worth even owning any other asset as a long-term asset allocation, but that's a story for another day. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts just like this. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Lots to discuss today. The market is looking uberly bullish, to say the least. Our lead story of the day, Bitcoin set for a massive bull run that will dust the Nasdaq as Ethereum, XRP, and altcoins face an uphill battle, according to this latest forecast from Bloomberg. Let's break it down. Bloomberg just released its latest outlook on the crypto markets. Bloomberg Intelligence senior commodity strategist Mike McGlone, shout out to Mike, says Bitcoin's adoption amongst mainstream investors is on the rise. He expects an advantageous macroeconomic landscape to sustain a Bitcoin bull run that will dust the Nasdaq. Here's what he has to say in his own words. Increasing adoption and vehicles for exposure and custody are accelerating Bitcoin into the mainstream of investments. In a world of zero and negative interest rates and diminishing equity price returns due to quantitative easing, the quasi-currency stores of value, gold and Bitcoin, are finding increasing investor interest. And that's right. Institutional interest is at an all-time high. Bitcoin 10,000 breach set to dust the Nasdaq, fundamentally bullish and breaking above the key 10,000 resistance. Bitcoin has a solid foundation on the back of a steep correction and period of disdain. In our view, McGlone adds that Bitcoin's growing fundamentals suggest that Bitcoin is solidifying its position as digital gold. He says the leading crypto is no longer the highly speculative and unknown asset it once was, with the Bollinger Band's momentum indicator suggesting a burst to $13,000 is imminent. Right now, we're trading just above 11,000. We just retested 12,000 yesterday. Didn't quite work out, but there's many analysts eyeing 13,000 or even 13.5, which I'm going to be breaking down here in today's show. Now, in contrast, the Bloomberg Intelligence analyst says that Ether streak is likely fueled by pure speculation as opposed to Bitcoin's fundamentally driven growth. Here's what he went on to share. Ethereum has extended last year's high and leaped to one of the top performing crypto assets in 2020, but we view its rally as more speculative versus favorable demand versus supply conditions supporting Bitcoin. Now, I think what's leading the Ethereum rise right now is Ethereum 2.0 launch, which is set to take place and start rolling out later this month, as well as the DeFi craze. Decentralized finance has been booming. They climbed like over 400 million within a week's time, which is 4x its original growth. So it has been booming, to say the least. McGlone says says Ethereum is facing heavy competition from protocols that offer the same use case as a total of 6,000 crypto assets of all sorts flood the markets. He believes Bitcoin's scarcity is the key factor driving its value and points to a 2-year comparison of Bitcoin's performance compared to Ethereum, XRP, and the altcoin market at large as a cite that Bitcoin is a better long-term play. Bitcoin is up 54% over the last 2 years, while Ethereum is down 4.5% and XRP is down a whopping 30%. Remember, XRP climbed to like $4, maybe $4.50, and then it dropped all the way down to 10 cents, and it's been a very long crypto winter for XRP, to say the least. He goes on to share, it's the unlimited supply of the broad crypto market versus the relative scarcity of Bitcoin that will maintain buoyancy and the benchmark asset. In our view, about 90% of the 21 million available Bitcoins have been produced, leaving demand and adoption as the primary price outlook gauges. Our indicators point positive for Bitcoin, while the basic rule of supply and demand leave little hope for broad market price advancement. And back in June, McGlone made the case for why Bitcoin price may return to its all-time high of $20,000 this year. I feel it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And I think that is being very conservative, Bitcoin reaching $20,000 by the end of this year. And I'm also feeling very conservative on my prediction by the end of next year that the Bitcoin price will smash $80,000, and I'm sticking to it. Before we break down our next story of the day and we take a look at what Plan B has to share, as well as this indicator which just hit a new all-time high, showing that the market is extremely bullish. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin retested 12,000 just yesterday. We fell short before consolidating, currently trading down 1% for the day, just above that 11,600 support. I still feel very bullish considering we're above 11.5. The next strong resistance, obviously, 12,000. Once we can break that, we can move on up to 14,000. Once we smash that, I feel Bitcoin will climb all the way to a new all-time high, surpassing 20,000. Max Kaiser is calling $28,000 before we see any major pullback. We have Chainlink, which just hit a new all-time high. Once again, climbing to about $10.20, currently trading just below that $10 resistance. Hopefully it turns it right back into support, up 3% for the day. XRP is in the green, Litecoin in the green, Cardano in the green, but barely. And taking a look at some of the top exchange volume, you can see Binance down 2% with 8 billion in volume for the day. OKEX up 2% with 1.8 billion. BitMEX down 1% with 2 billion in volume, and Hobby Global up 8% with 1.7 billion in volume. All right, now let's get the latest updates from Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model, who recently tweeted, when Bitcoin was 4,000 in 2019, a lot of big accounts were bearish, predicting 1K. However, in DM Mint said that if Bitcoin would rise to 6K, they would consider and switch to bull. That actually happened. We shot through 6,000. Now, many were bearish at 9,000. 13.5 will be interesting, and he included this graph in the previous tweet he shared right before that when he came back was this: S&P 500 from 1,000 to 3,000, Bitcoin from $1 to 10,000. Very few understand this. Now, if you're not familiar with Plan B, the stock to flow model does predict a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of next year. And if you missed the memo here, he shared on August 1st, fixed at 91.32, fixed at 11,356, currently 11,700. I can't make a chart for you now, but stock to flow model is perfectly on track, and he's referring to that $100,000 price prediction. It also predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price sometime between the year 2020 and 2024, more than likely going to occur towards the latter end of this. But it's very interesting. If you're not familiar with stock to flow, it has been the most accurate Bitcoin price prediction model which exists. If you know of a better, more accurate model, let me know, and I'll be sure to cover it right here on the show. Now let's take a look at this. Wow, Bitcoin's #1 indicator just hit a new all-time high, talking about the realized value is now over 6,000. In every bull market, it was the last confirmation for a parabolic run. We're looking quite bullish. As you can see right here, back in 2013, the realized price hit a new all-time high. Then between 2016 and 2017, a new all-time high once again, peaking at about January of 2018. And we just reached a new all-time high once again, an uberly bullish sign for Bitcoin. The realized price is the price of all Bitcoin paid in circulation right now. Today, this value broke the $6,000 level, which historically confirms the new cycle to begin. So if you've been waiting for confirmation, there you have it. The new massive bull cycle has began, and this is going to take us up to new all-time highs. Pretty exciting, isn't it? All right, and now for our next story of the day. Pantera Capital's founder foresees a $115,000 Bitcoin price on the horizon. That's right, allow me to break it down. Pantera Capital is the oldest Bitcoin investment firm in the US. When the company's founder, Dan Morehead, shout out to Dan, was asked to make a Bitcoin price prediction during a recent interview, he first mentioned an investment letter published by his firm. In this letter, based on the stock-to-flow model, the firm made the bold prediction that the Bitcoin price will hit $115,000 by August 2021, and he's referring to the stock to flow chart, as we can see right here in this graph. Now, Morehead thinks this is possible despite the fact in just 1 year the asset's price would have to increase to nearly 10 times its current value. That's right, we need to move up about 1,000% to reach a 6-digit valuation. Yet his personal prediction is a little more modest. Here's what he has to say. Now, this is his personal Bitcoin price prediction, not coming from Pantera, but coming from Dan Morehead himself. He says, "My common response, it's been growing at 209% for 9 years. That's right, it's averaging 200% per year, regardless of the swings up or down. I think it's going to grow at least 209% over the next couple of years, and that puts you at $100,000 per Bitcoin, probably in 2 years, but I do think that will happen." So he's uberly bullish, as you can see. If Bitcoin continues to grow at 209% annually, then it will reach the $100,000 mark in just under 2 years. Now, if it were to reach 115K in just 1 year, that would require a 900% annual growth rate. Now, is that out of the question? Absolutely not. Let's not forget, we just had a halving 3 months ago. The previous halving following that, Bitcoin soared over 4,000%. So I don't feel it's that far-fetched for Bitcoin to rally 900% and reach a 6-digit valuation. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Morehead also noted that he's tired of skeptics who constantly pose the question, what is Bitcoin's killer app? In his opinion, Bitcoin itself is the killer app, and its primary use case is as a store of value. Bitcoin does it better than gold, which has a market cap of 9 trillion, purported Morehead. And let's not also forget, what if Bitcoin flipped on gold and we had a $9 trillion Bitcoin market cap? Well, if that happened, I would expect at least a $500,000 Bitcoin price and potentially even a 7-digit valuation on the king of all crypto. It is what it is. All right, and before I break down our next story of the day, Raoul says it may not be worth owning any asset other than Bitcoin. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $357 billion with $93 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the Bitcoin dominance barely back on the climb, now at 60.8% according to CoinMarketCap. Let's also consider if we excluded the altcoins such as stablecoins as well as ICOs, the Bitcoin dominance would be closer to 80%. And that's more of the realized market cap, and it is what it is. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100 in the past 24 hours, we have Ocean Protocol up 16.5%, trading at 33 cents. Aave up 15%, trading at 38 cents. Aurora up 12%, trading at 1.5 cents. Elrond up almost 12%, trading at 2.3 cents. Band Protocol, which has been surging. A lot of these DeFi projects have been booming, to say the least, up 10%, trading at $8.15. Reach a new all-time high, go figure. Flexicoin up almost 10%, trading at 0.005. And Decentraland up 8%, trading at 6.6 cents. Below that, we have Bytum up 7%, Bitcoin Cash up 7%, and Hyperon up 6.7%. And now taking a look at the biggest losers within the top 100 in the past day. Celsius down 7%, trading at 38 cents. The Midas Touch Gold down 5%, trading at 3 cents. Nervos Network down 3%, trading at 0.006. Balancer down about 3%, trading at $14.20. Raven Coin down 2.8%, trading at 2.2 cents. And Bancor down 2%, trading at $2.49. Below that, we have Quant down 2%. DX Chain Token down 2%, and Cosmos down 2%. Now, out of this list of altcoins, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Which altcoins should be on my radar? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins, we can see the bears are back in control. Yesterday, the bulls were dominating, but that's how fast things can switch at the drop of a hat in this crypto market. We have shorts leading 52.3%. versus 47.6% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. All right, and now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 77 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 79, last week a 75 in greed, and last month a 44 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing right here in the market, considering it's uberly greedy, according to this indicator, that means the market is due for a correction. So let's see how this plays out. All right, and before I break down this final story of the day, Raoul, CEO and founder of Real Vision, says Bitcoin may soon become his only asset for long-term investments. First, I want to remind you to smash the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 500 videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below this video in the description, or you can visit the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To become a part of it, click this link, request to join, and I'll be sure to add you. And for those of you who are active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join this, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. The CEO and founder of Real Vision, Raoul, says his conviction levels in Bitcoin are rising on a daily basis as he compares the crypto asset to traditional investments on various timescales. Now, applying the economic cycle theory in a series of charts posted on Twitter, on August 6th, the former Goldman Sachs fund manager stated that although many investors choose gold as an alternative to fiat, Bitcoin has been the only asset in the world to offset the growth of the G4 balance sheet. The G4 refers to the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, the Fed, and the European Central Bank. Let's take a look at his series of tweets here on crypto Twitter. This was 19 hours ago. Many of us own gold to offset the dilutive effects of fiat currency of the growth in major central banks' balance sheets. However, the BS of the G4 has outpaced the rise in gold. And then he goes on to tweet, in fact, the only one asset has offset the growth of the G4 balance sheet. It's not stocks, not bonds, not commodities, not credit, not precious metals, not miners. Only one asset massively outperformed over almost any time horizon. And we're obviously talking about BTC, baby, to the bank. You can see it right here, and then he goes on to share, my conviction levels in Bitcoin rise every day. I'm already irresponsibly long. I am now thinking it may not even be worth owning any other asset as a long-term asset allocation, but that's a story for another day. I'm still thinking through this. John responded, how deep have you explored the actual tech and other blockchain projects? Stock to flow just feels like a meme. I think you will see Bitcoin dethroned, and it will probably be some micro cap sneak attack. However, I can understand being irresponsibly long in the short term. Raoul responded, I think of those two worlds as connected but different. Bitcoin is highly unlikely to be dethroned as the independent digital reserve asset, and FYI, I agree 110%. Other blockchains and accompanying tech will do astonishingly well. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. All right, now let's talk about Raoul Pal's bullish Bitcoin price predictions in particular. He told Cointelegraph in May that the devaluation of world currencies will cause the price of Bitcoin to rise 50x and 100x in the next 5 years. Let's talk about where that would lead the Bitcoin price. Now, obviously, 50x from here, considering, let's just say hypothetically, we're 10,000 for the sake of even numbers, that will lead the Bitcoin price to $500,000, and 100x from 10,000 is obviously $1 million. He interprets economic cycle theory charts to mean that the crypto could eventually reach $1 million. I think it's inevitable. The only real question, when exactly will that happen? I'd love to know when you think Bitcoin can realistically smash $1 million. Do you think it would happen in 2025? Do you think it could potentially happen before that? Also, keeping in mind the next Bitcoin halving is in 2024. So 2025 would be an extremely bullish year for the king of all crypto. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.